The power of contradiction and novelty. For one of my companies, Quasar Central, that's done over 1 billion views within the first year and a half of it being on YouTube, over 1 billion views on TikTok, was we focused on Gen Z and blurring the lines between Gen Z themes, ideas, concepts, and contrasting it with, archetypal 1800s, 1700s, Mozart, Elizabethan music kind of thing. And this hasn't always happened, but what happened was that contrast created novelty. So contrast creates novelty, because people would see people doing a Tinder swiping game, and then in the background they're hearing do 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 on a violin, and that creates contrast, which led to novelty. It led to a spectacle. If you read The Laws of Power by Robert Greene, or other texts by Robert Greene, or books about the arts of war, the art of surprise is super important and super crucial. So in your content, whether it's paid ads, whether it's organic, it's really important that you embed an element of surprise, an element of contradiction, and therefore an element of novelty. Because in the noisy marketplace in which we are all competing for attention, the most you can do is rapidly stimulate people's minds. For example, right now, this is going to be one of the sets that we're going to use for a lot of the videos going forward, especially for some of the ads. And the reason is because novelty catches attention. And at this day and age, attention is the highest form of currency. So the more you can practice novelty creating, the more effective you'll be as a marketer, the more effective you'll even be as a salesperson. I'll give you an example. When I'm on sales calls with people and I'm cold calling, oftentimes their market aware enough with Facebook and SEO and Facebook ads and social media. So I'll rarely say, yes, we do social media. Do you need a hand with social media? Or yes, we will do your SEO. No. If I'm talking about SEO and I'm cold calling, so I'm gonna say, hey, listen, I'm reaching out because we help people get X more clients or X more customers, which is the result that they actually want. They don't care about ranking on the first page of Google if it doesn't bring them extra money. So that it's not until they say, how do you do that? Well, let's say, hey, listen, well, what we're going to do is we're going to rank you on the first page of Google within 120 days for X amount of keywords. And if we don't do that, we work for free. That way you know that you've invested your money into something that's going to print you more money, right? Now let's flip it to social media, because that's even more commoditized, using the element of surprise. Hey, John, it's Dami. How are you? Yeah, great. Look, I'm just after the owner if he's in. You're the owner? Awesome, mate. Look, I'm reaching out because I work with other restaurants in your area. And look, we just help them get more bums in seats, which is like, getting more customers there. So, I just wanted to know when you'll be at the shop, pop in for 5 minutes and just share with you what we do. See how vague that is? Now, you guys might be thinking, there's no way that works. First of all, that works a lot of the time because it's really about your tone. But the reason why it also works is because there's an element of randomness and surprise. This person is social proof, said he works with other people in the area. He's added a time constraint, 5 minutes. And he made it sound, I used the reasonable man's tone. Yeah, I just wanted to pop in when you're around for 5 minutes and see if you like it. See how I haven't even mentioned I do social media? I haven't mentioned I do Facebook. I haven't even mentioned I do marketing, whatever. Now, if they push back, then yes, I can say, look, we have a three-step system that gets you 100,000 views, which translates into, 20 plus new customers. And again, it might not even be for you, but I reckon you'll like it because other people in your street did as well. It's like, all right, like Mr. Big Shot. Like, see how there's so many psychological things I'm hitting, but it all starts with the ability to speak in a novel language, to speak with novelty, not with generic, stock standard things that everyone can understand and relate to, right? So you need to have a bit of novelty, very important. And if you can master that, guys, you guys think you think our marketing is good? Our sales team is dialed because we understand the power of novelty. Trust in it. Trust me.